Okay, so congratulations, you have made your 11 chains. So as you see, we have a loop on our hook. We have this little spot where you see that yarn is coming out of right here. And then there's another bump right here. So this is going to be the first chain from the hook, second chain from the hook. So in the second chain from the hook, what we want to do is take our hook and just directly put it into this little loop that we see right there. And just go ahead and push your hook right on through there, as you see. So what we want to do is yarn over. So we want to take our yarn and pull it around from the back to the front, just like that, as we learned when we were chaining. So what we want to do is pull this yarn that we just pulled over our hook through the first loop only. So we're going to turn our hook down and pull it through that first loop. Perfect. Now we have 2 loops on our hook. So now what we want to do is the same thing that we just did, but we're going to pull this yarn through both of these loops. So go ahead and pull your yarn from the front to the back and hold it, and pull this through both of the loops. So let's go ahead and do that together. I'll do this in a little bit of slow motion. Perfect. There you go. So you made your first single crochet. So I want you to see the 2 bumps here at the top, and then we have the loop that is on our hook. So this is going to count as our first single crochet. So let's go ahead and do a few more down the row. So again, we are going to take our hook and go into the next hole right here, directly next. So as you see this gap right here, we have our yarn that we just did in that space. So we don't want to work in there. So we want to find the next loop right here. Go ahead and put your hook through there. Remember, we want to take our working yarn and pull it around from the back to the front. Now we have these 2 loops and the yarn over. So go ahead and turn your hook down and pull through one of the loops only, just like that. So now we have 2 loops on our hook. Take our working yarn, wrap it around the hook, point the hook down, and pull through both of the loops. There we have made our second single crochet. Now let's go ahead into the next spot. Remember, not where we were working into, but this next little hole. Put your hook in there, yarn over, pull that yarn through one loop, just like that, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. There you go. Into the next loop, put your hook, we've got those loops, take your yarn, yarn over, point down as you pull that yarn through one of the loops, go around and pull through 2 of the loops. Okay, so far we have made 1, 2, 3, 4 single crochets. So we are just going to continue to do that until we get all the way over here. So go into the loop, pull your yarn around, pull it through the first loop, yarn over, pull through both of the loops. Again, into that chain stitch, pull your yarn over, you pull it through one loop, pull it over, and pull through 2 loops. So continue to do that till you get to the end. If you guys have trouble, go ahead, stop, rewind the video, but I'm going to show you how to build up to the next row and teach you guys how to make a swatch just to learn this single crochet stitch. So it's great to watch a YouTube video and learn how to make the basic stitch, but I want to teach you guys what to do when you get to the very end of your chain to continue practicing this stitch so that you can get it mastered. So here at the end, we are going to want to build up our work so that we can turn it. So what I want you guys to do, we just worked a stitch. I'll pull this out and show you. We just worked the last single crochet. So we go into the loop, we yarn over, we pull through one, yarn over and pull through both of those loops. So now that we're here, even though we're not working into a stitch, I want you guys to take your working yarn and pull it from the front to the back, point your loop down or your hook down, and we're going to pull this through the loop that we have on our hook. So this is going to be called our turning chain. So now we just chained up one. So as you guys see, because we got back down to the other end, our tail is right here. So what I want you guys to do, so this does not get confusing, set your work down. And what I want you to do is take the end that is on your right hand and move it to your left hand. Okay? Does that make sense? So we have, just take the right side and turn it to the left side. So the part that is closest to your hand is your working yarn. The part that is closest to your right hand. So now what we want to do, is you see these holes right here, just all the way across, and there's the two loops at the top, right here and here, as I was showing you as we were making our single crochet. So what we want to do, we're just going to go directly into this hole, right next to where our hook is. Just push your hook in there. We're going to do the same for the single crochet. So yarn over, pull your yarn through the hole, and draw up two loops. Now that we have our two loops, we're going to yarn over and pull through both of the loops on our hook. And here's the two bumps making our first single crochet of this row. So now you see, if you kind of pull it apart, you'll see that there's a hole right here. Go ahead and put your hook through that hole. You'll see that it's got the two loops at the top. Okay, so we want to go through both, just straight across. We're going to pull this yarn from the back to the front, just like that. Remember, point our hook down and pull it through that spot. So now we have 1 and 2 loops. Yarn over and pull through both of those loops. So now we have made our second single crochet. Now we're going to go into this next hole, do the same thing. We're going to pull up that yarn in through the hole. We have 2 loops. We're going to yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Continue to do this, practice. If you get confused on how to do the single crochet, just go ahead, rewind this video, and continue to do this until we get all the way to the last hole right here. And I will meet you back here. Okay guys, so I wanted to show you the last stitch right here. So we know there's still a stitch because we see those 2 little bumps right there, and there's still a hole if we kind of spread this apart. So we're going to work our last single crochet in there. So make sure we've got the 2 bumps on our, that we're working into. Pull up a loop, yarn over, and go through both of those loops. So I'm going to show you one more time how to do the turn. So we worked our last single crochet and we have a loop on our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull that through 1 loop. So this time we're not going to set it down to turn it, but I do want you guys to take the part that is closest to your right hand and just put it in your left hand on the opposite side. So now where we just have that hole, remember, we're going to just go directly into that hole and work a single crochet. I hope this video helped you guys learn how to make a single crochet, and I just want you guys to continue practicing what I showed you here, just going back and forth until you really feel that you have got this down. If you get confused at any parts, please make sure to rewind this video. If you have any questions or suggestions, please make sure to leave that in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel, and I will see you next time for a beginner-friendly crochet tutorial.